Hello there. I have gone live again because I just broke my other live stream. I am going to blame it on the cat. So I don't know if anybody's going to see this, that I have started a new live. I cannot get back into the live that I had. I can't just restart it because I accidentally did hit the end button. I was just trying to exit the stage. Let me go into my YouTube and see if I can do anything about it. I probably will not be able to do. Oh, hello. Oh, yay. Okay, yay. You found me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna blame it on the cat, but I can't really. I was trying to get a better camera. I was trying to use my iPhone as my camera instead of my iPad because I noticed that it's not really giving me that good of a view, or like the video's not the greatest. So um, and of course, when I do this, hold on, I need to stop putting my finger in the way. Hey, Grace. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you found me. I'm gonna have to redo the whole thing. You get everything set up really nicely, uh, and all set with all your descriptions and your pictures and all of this. And when you're I was trying to do like use the camera on my iPhone, and to do that, like the StreamYard is so teeny tiny, and I could not just exit. Like it hit the end, which I don't understand how like a guest can end your live stream. So just note to self, for anybody who does that, like be mindful that your guests can accidentally end your live stream. So who else do I have on board today? It looks like we got 5 people online. And I need to get my notes together 'cause I just had grocery delivery and they were a little bit late, so just barely made it. Oh, hey, Candace. I'm so glad you found me because, oopsie. Oh, maybe I should put, maybe oh, I should fix the description of my other live stream. Um, Let me do that. Join the new live stream. I canceled this one by accident. Sorry, I'm one of those people who cannot not I have to say what I'm saying or typing to be able to type it. Accident. So how is everybody doing today? It's a very, very cold day here. I'm sure, Candace, it is very cold where you are. Um, oh, hey, Pamela, I'm so glad you found me. Hey, Kim K, I'm so glad you found me. I'm so sorry. I had a whole uh, discombobulation with the other one. Apparently, when I am frazzled, I make really, really silly mistakes. And also, would someone test out hashtag, hey, Harjareen? Yeah, it's one of those disasters that you don't want to have happen because, oh, it's embarrassing. But I can't function apparently. Um, but here I am. Can someone test out typing the hashtag and for FOUR cats, CATS, whoever has a YouTube channel and wants to share it? Jen from JC Calamity Jane and I were testing that out on Tuesday, or she showed me how to write the script. Yeah, all lowercase. There we go. Okay, it worked. Yay! So you know what? There we go. So can someone else then like click on the link and see if it goes to Harjarine's channel? So that way I know if it works. But yeah, my timer should be coming up like every 15 minutes. Just remind you guys to do hashtag 4cats to share your channel, or do it at any time now that you know that it's there. Um, but yeah, so that was nice of her. We had kind of a YouTube call. Yeah, Candace, do it too. Share your channel. We kind of had a YouTube call uh, to go over like strategies and niches and all this good stuff because, oh, great. Thank you, Grace. So it looks like the hashtag for cats and then clicking the link. So yeah, so Jen, I was just, we got the Nightbot to work. So I was doing it wrong. I think I was putting like a, what was I putting? I was putting like a exclamation point instead of a hashtag in the code. And yes, oh, so Harjarine, you've only got 98 more subs, Harjarine, to get monetized. So are you at the almost 1,000 mark, or are you at almost the 500 mark? Um, I think I have. Today, I think I have 118 on this channel to get the 1,000 mark. So, yeah, so I'm getting there too. So it's amazing how fast some of it goes. I just finished all my paperwork. So once you get to 500, then you can turn on like super chats, super thanks, memberships, and all that good stuff. And so you can actually do your paperwork. So when you hit the 1,000 mark for the full monetization with ads, then you're ready. Uh, the last thing I have is the address verification. So that seems to be taking a while to get to me. Yeah, you do have some monetization with 500. Um, that is super chats, super thanks, I think gifts, and memberships. But you don't get ad revenue until you hit 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. And I'm a bit above 4,000 watch hours at this point. Um, yeah, so look at your earned for your watch hours. So go like on your YouTube studio and go to the earned tab. So and it does take like, I don't know, it took me 2 or 3 days to like click all the buttons and get through all the settings. There were so many things uh in the settings that you had to complete, and then you'd do one thing and then it would send you like a verification and then you'd have to go back and do it again. Or do something else. So yeah, so it was a lot. But yeah, once you hit 500, go and it says you're qualified and it pops up for you. Then go ahead and start all of that stuff and don't wait until your 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. Um, let's see. Yeah, I think, Jen, definitely the 8 to 10 minutes videos are great. What was it? I was watching Alexa Serenoya, and she's got a really good series out right now about YouTube monetization and growing your channel and all that good stuff. Now, I don't necessarily subscribe to like all of the stuff that she does. Like she has a very different focus of model. Like she's very much into selling back end products. But to me, like all that consulting and all this other stuff are not things that I have time for, nor do I have the mental brain to develop a whole written uh like a whole written plan or whatever to do. But her latest set of videos, it's a series about YouTube growth, has been really really great. And she also went into like, well, if your average video is only getting like 5 minutes views, like why are you spending the time to do a 20-minute video? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I've been investing a lot of time in my YouTube growth, but before I started this channel, I didn't even plan on doing a GLP-1 or weight loss journey channel because I didn't want that to be my identity. I had at that point I was still in such a bad place around my weight and around uh the medication and all of this stuff that I didn't want to have anything to do with it. But uh I wanted to do cruising, and I found a group that had a YouTube class that also did cruising or trips with other creators. And so I'm like, well, why the heck not? At least it'll get me like access to go on the group cruises with them. And I think that would be a lot of fun. But I've learned so much from them, and I was told kind of like, if you want your channel to grow, you got to get your diet content out of your cruise stuff. So that's why I started my diet channel. And this channel really is only the diet. Like I don't really mix other than on the live, like some personal stuff, but I don't really mix anything else in my videos, like my pre-recorded videos other than diet stuff or things related to the medication or reactions to the medication. So that was really their advice, was to really niche down and be hyper focused on what you're doing. And honestly, it's been great. And actually, um, I now actually have a coaching program with them. It's like $60 a month, and I get 4 hours of not one on one, but in a group coaching session. But the last time there were only six of us, and we get to spend an hour on a video call looking at our channels and looking at other people's channels. And it's really, really great because we get to learn so much about where other people are going wrong and where other people are going right. So it's really, really been doing me a lot of good. So I know now that like Jen and I were talking about how on my cruise channel, I actually need to really narrow down my niche, because in cruising, the people are very particular and they don't want to see casino videos and room tours and ship tours or what I do in a day, right? Casino people on cruises only want to see casino stuff. And then there's the people that only want reviews, and then people that want what I do in a day. So some of the niches are even have to be even more hyper focused. So that's what I'm doing with the other channel, is I got to figure out like which direction do I want to go. I kind of have three choices and I need to pick one because my views on that channel have been lagging a bit. Yeah, isn't it like mind blowing how like certain niches, like people are just so particular that they only want like one certain thing, or they won't watch your channel, or they'll leave you negative comments. I've seen that before. I don't know if anyone has watched Chris Wong vlogs. That's kind of hard to say, but he was a Royal Caribbean crew member, and he had a vlog based on his perspective from being a crew member. Well, when he earned enough money on YouTube and decided to quit, but then he was going to do live on cruise ships and do vlogs on cruise ships, like there was so much backlash. There were so many people being rude to him and just like, I'm never going to watch your stuff again. And it's like, oh my gosh, people. You don't have to be rude. If you don't want to watch, just don't watch. Hey, Grays down. Here you go. Here is my cruise channel. It's called If You Seek Amy K. So either you can click on the link or you can just type it in directly, all one word, If You Seek Amy K. If you leave off the K or you separate it, you're gonna get Britney Spears. And yes, I kind of did take my name after Britney Spears because I kind of love that song, and my name is Amy, and it's a song about Amy. So, yeah. Hey, Patty, nice to see you. Hey, Mary Cobb, good evening. Nice to see you. Um, the weight of me. Well, thank you so much. The thing is in YouTube, like you kind of get your fans, right? You kind of get like your core base of people that will watch anything that you'll put out, that are always in your lives, are always responding or putting comments, wanting to interact with you and wanting to chat with you, and really care about your content. And then, then there's just the viewers, the ones that aren't really looking for anything other than what they want to see. And then you get I've had a few of the people that were just stirring the pot. Um, Hi, Candace. Well, Candace, I am definitely a fan of you too. I love watching your videos. I definitely need to check out your channel. I don't think you've had one in just a little bit. But let's see. So we got 22 people on, and it is about quarter after. So I'm going to do my standard spiel that you're used to now. It is a weigh-in time. So let me go to my media assets. I'm going to turn the comments off on the screen for now. I do feel like some want to see weight loss fail. I think to some point, but I think like if I'm watching a weight loss channel, I get tired of watching somebody fail. You know what I mean? I think ups and downs are good, and I think like, oh, we get stuck, and what can we do to get ourselves out of that rut, and fix the issue? But like it's hard when someone has got a weight loss channel and they're stuck for 5, 6, 7 months. Like it's difficult because it may not be their anything that they're doing. It could be just their body. But yeah, I think that unless they really get good content going, it's hard to watch for me. Hi, TT Trucker. Nice to see you here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do love watching channels as people evolve. I think it's hard too, though, when people evolve so much that they're no longer in the realm of what relates to you. For instance, Kara and Nate, they started with like a budget travel YouTube channel, and they've got, well, last I looked, they had 1 million subscribers, but they probably have 2 million at this point. But then it ended up evolving into a luxury travel vlog along with extreme sports competitions for Nate. And that is just not me. Do I look like I'm going to run, 170 miles over 5 days? I mean, the first couple times that they did those videos, it was still good to watch. I was still connected to their personality. But then when every other video was, well, we flew first class to Dubai and we had the most luxury suite in this hotel, blah, blah, blah. And it's like there's a section of people that want to see that, even if they can't afford it themselves. But I'm too busy wanting what they have to keep watching that. Because then I'm like, "Ah, I can't afford that, and they're probably getting it all for free." And yeah, so I just get frustrated, and then move on from their channel. But if they've got 1 million subscribers, they don't need me. But I need all of you. I need all 23 that are watching this channel. Okay, so wait, wait, wait. So I'm just gonna start and do like a spiel, like you'd never met me before, because there are people that watch my lives after the fact that are new. So my name is Amy, and I am trying to click the button I'm supposed to click. And I don't know what I'm doing. There I go. I'm 5 foot tall, 51, single with cats, still taking 7.5 milligrams of Zepbound. I have a very, very, very mild Hashimoto's disease, sleep apnea, pretty darn severe, but very under control. I have 2 months of compounded meds left, and I need to start taking them so they don't expire. And I've been intermingling with the name brand Zepbound because I didn't think that the compounded worked well for me when I did 3 weeks straight. But I started at 340 pounds, 304 pounds. Ultimate goal uh, is 124, to be in the highest weight that is not considered overweight. But I may be revising that because I found some pictures of myself at 145 and I thought I looked really thin. So I may end up, being 130, 135 when this all shakes out. So I went on my cruise, and here are my final numbers. I did a lot of steps, even though I was really sick. I don't think I did nearly the amount of steps that I would have done if I had been well, but I was sick from day 2 to day 10. And I did, what is it? I burned an extra 5,661 calories. I did an extra almost 65,000 steps, and I walked in 22 miles. So my short little legs, that's pretty darn impressive. So calories burned for the extra walking, I walked off 1.6 or 1.62 pounds. So that's pretty darn impressive. And let's see. Calorie intake. So this past week, for 12/1 to 12/7, which is like a day or two shifted from my actual weigh-in calendar, um, I took in 1,535 calories. So for the week, I was over by 1,428 calories, which is really not that bad, right? That's 0.4 tenths of a pound. So if I'm eating in a deficit to lose 1.5 pounds per week, then I should have at least lost 1.1 pound based on my calories alone. Yeah, thank you. It was I thought it was pretty good steps for as sick as I was, because I still am not 100% have everything out of my system. I think I need to go back and get some more drugs. But yes, Calamity Jane, I was thinking of you when I was putting that together because I know how you love math. I'm an accountant by trade, so I love the numbers. So let's look at my weigh-in. So for week 49, I shot 42. So I'm almost at 50 weeks, people. I weighed in on 12/6 at 256 pounds. So can you believe I actually freaking lost 3 pounds? I don't know if it was because I was sick and I was running a fever and burning extra calories, but I'm at 48 pounds lost. So I think that's pretty darn fantastic. I'm pretty amazed with myself, and I'll have to show you what I did. So I noticed that in Gray's, uh, oh, hey, Anissa, nice to see you. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I noticed that in several of the content creators that all have been putting these little weight charts with post-it notes. Well, I am a person that I thought that was so cool, but way too fiddly for my brain. So what I did was because I'm trying to hit like another 60 pounds down or something. I'm trying to hit 199 by May. So I just printed out, I made this in Canva, and I printed out on colored paper and I put it on my bathroom wall, and I have the first set covered because I've been marking off. Like when I see a weight twice on my scale, I mark it off. I'm done with it. I don't care if I gain 3 pounds 2 days later from water weight. If I see that number 2 days in a row on my scale, it's coming off. But yeah, so if you see down at the bottom, like the 225 has asterisks around it. And that is where I am hoping to be for my cruise in February. Because the last live stream, well, thank you, Kim K. Hold on. Oop, this moves and it gets there we go. Hold on. Where are we? Oh, it's moving so fast. There we go. Thank you, Kim K. Yeah, so this was the easiest that I could do. Like a lot of people put post-it notes and handwrite on them, and I'm too I don't want to say I am too particular to have my handwriting messy and if I made a mistake. So I just did this in Canva, but I'm really, really hoping to be at the 225 down at the bottom by February 21st because I'm going on Virgin Voyages cruise. Now, I'm not going to be disappointed if I don't get there because this is really, really a stretch goal. But the fact that I lost 3 pounds last week and I'm already down some more weight, I am absolutely stoked. So I guess we're going to have to see if this continues. It would be really, really fabulous if it continues. So let me put my uh, face back on the screen. There we go. So like what, let me see, what else has been going on? Oh, so 256 pounds. So I just hit 256 pounds. And that is actually a really significant number for me because when I started a very low calorie diet back in 2013, April of 2013, I was at 256 pounds. And that was my highest weight ever at that point. And I was pretty darn miserable back then. And so I don't know how I survived making it up to 304, to be honest. But yeah, so I have finally come back down to what I was when I had started to lose weight on Ideal Protein. Now, I don't ever, ever, ever recommend Ideal Protein. Uh, that very low calorie diet really is a disaster. It's really meant for athletes who are trying to cut for weigh-ins, like when they're doing boxing or weighted events where you're in a weight class. But it turned into kind of like this pyramid scheme with a lot of the doctors because they took it on and they're like, oh, well, let's see what food we can create to sell. And then we're going to sell meetings and we're going to have an initiation fee and all this other stuff. So it was just like bilking people out of money to get them on this extreme diet that did work, but it worked because you were starving to death, basically, at the end of the day. Hi, Cookie. Nice to see you. Um, so yeah, so I think I don't know. I was kind of like, I don't know, I was kind of overjoyed almost uh that I'm like, oh, well, I hit 256. And while it seems silly that I'm like happy to be at a weight that I was my highest weight ever, but I just kind of feel like I'm finally like in the land of the living of that, like I'm finally making progress because I hit the 256 mark. um so I did, last time I dieted I did lose 80 pounds, but I'm telling you, the moment that I came off of it, like the weight just packed right back on, like it was just like no time because it didn't solve the problem of the obesity and the I don't think I have hungry brain. uh, but I would always eat more and just think about food all of the time, just always thinking about food, about what I could put in my mouth. But I wasn't a person who would eat and then still be hungry. Now, would I sometimes have the like, I need to snack on something and I just need like that one extra thing? Yeah. But I wouldn't be the like, oh, well, I just ate a whole sandwich and I need to go find a quarter pounder of cheese meal at McDonald's. I was never that type of kind of like obesity brain. Oh yeah, so Patty, so you did a very low calorie diet through a bariatric program. It's not sustainable, and then when you eat, you gain quickly. Yeah, and I think that is the challenge of the whole bariatric process is that it didn't solve the problem unless from actually I just watched a video last night and this unless you had the hungry brain, which did signal your stomach that you were full. But not everybody that does gastric bypass has the hungry brain problem, right? They have the food noise problem. And I saw that time and time again when I watched my 600-pound life. I used to watch that show all of the time because I was trying to figure out like how could I lose weight if these people are losing hundreds of pounds to then get a surgery, like how could I lose the weight? What was their secret? But then I watched it and after a while I just realized that those poor people were just being abused. because they were just constantly being told, eat less, eat less, eat less. And their brain was saying, no, 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 we need to eat, 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 eat. And so there was just like this torture going on. It was kind of like, I don't know, this paradox of some people could do it and get themselves in the program and lose the weight. But most of the people on my 600-pound life failed, or most of them have put a lot of the weight back on. Okay. Oh, so I have another story for you. Okay, so I ordered. My doctor just upped my Zepbound to 15 milligrams, uh, and I'm getting it from Lilly Direct. Uh, and I'm not going to tell you why, because what I'm doing you should not do. But I just ordered it, and they shipped it and then said, "Oh, well, UPS delivered it." It's nowhere in my building. I go downstairs on Friday night. I look all over. I look outside. I look in the mail room. I even had the uh, leasing assistant open all of our package lockers. So we have like secure package lockers that you can put them in and then tag the apartment, and it sends them a text to come get it. Um, and it wasn't there. Like, it just wasn't there. And so I'm getting frustrated because, right, the medicine has like not that long that it can be, it's already been in transit 48 hours, and I need to get it refrigerated. And I'm looking and looking, and I call UPS and I call Lilly Direct, and they're like, "Well, we delivered it." And I'm like, "But you didn't send a photo of where you put it." And they're like, "Well, you need to figure it out." So I went downstairs again on Saturday, and I looked in our package room, I looked in our mail room, I looked all over, it wasn't there. Then about 2 or 3 hours later, I get a text saying that I've got a package. So, oh, well, that must be mine. Someone must have found it. I go down there and open the locker, and it's not my package, it's somebody else's package. So then I, go to get the leasing agent. I'm like, "Look, like I got someone else's package. Like, what the heck is going on?" And they're like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna go put it in the overflow package room." So we have a secure place that we can leave packages. So I went in there, and then I looked straight ahead on the shelf, and I'm like, "What the heck is that box with my apartment number on?" Like, that wasn't there this morning, like 3 hours ago when I went down there and looked. So apparently they must have given somebody else my, $1,500 worth of medication. Like, UPS, what are you doing? So we're paying, where's Waldo with the meds? And that's scary that that it goes missing like that. So at this point it's like, well, do I have to have it delivered to a pharmacy? And then I have to go pick it up because I can't trust that UPS is going to actually deliver it properly. I don't know. No, we don't unpack that, Grace. You don't want to know, because somebody's going to be yelling at me. But my doctor said to do what I'm doing. So it's all her fault if something goes wrong. Um, and Patty, yeah, let's see. So you did meal replacements for 8 months with no food. See, that's the whole reason why, like I couldn't do the extreme diets. I would die because like my brain was so into the food aspect of it, and I would have had a major meltdown over that. I wouldn't have survived that, Patty, at all. Oh, hi, Lil Bell. Nice to see you. Glad you could come visit. Oh, we've got 31 people on today. That's great. I'd show you my cat Malibu. He just crawled up behind my iPad, but I know the minute I go to pick him up, my iPad's going to go flying. It'll probably end another live stream by accident. Oh, um, yeah, so I was really thinking about it. So I think my next video, I'm gonna like my next recorded video, I'm gonna talk about Zepbound and kind of like what it really does in the mental game of it. And I think there's so much of it is a mental game. And I noticed like I've kind of had stages of of healing on this weight loss journey, because for so long I had so much shame and guilt around food. And I see some people are like just so hyper fixated on what they're eating, their workout, and just micromanaging like everything. And I have healed enough that I have moved past that. The medicine is working well enough for me and has healed a lot of my dysfunction in the brain related to food, that I I have I've been able to move past the, like, "Oh, well, what if this medication makes me not wanna eat?" And, I really wanna eat, and I'm gonna miss out on all my favorite things, right? I don't even think about that anymore, right? I don't even think about, "Oh, well, I need to stop taking my meds so I can enjoy Christmas." No, like, I don't wanna overeat at Christmas anymore. I want the meds to do the work and keep me on track. And sure, if I wanna indulge on a few things here or there, but I don't wanna be thinking about all the different things that people are bringing to Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, and just obsess over them. So, yeah, so it's been really, really great. Uh, um, it's just been really, really great to move past that, because I have seen some other content creators that are still in the earlier stages where they're still struggling with the food, not necessarily maybe the food noise, but the attachment to food. Because when you have food noise so bad, you do have a huge attachment to food. And it's like taking away your favorite toy, it's like taking away your security blanket. And I'm telling you, like, I've had meltdowns, crying fits over even just thinking about not having certain foods at certain times or things like that. And that's why I could never do bariatric surgery. And I'm so glad that I recognized that before I let a doctor bully me into doing it, which was kind of happening. They're like, "Oh, well, you just really need to do it. You just really need to do it." And I'm like, "Oh, but I don't want to cut my body up in pieces. And I don't wanna be forced not to be able to eat the food I wanna eat when I wanna eat it. I don't want the sugar dumping." You know what I mean? Like, I've never had that, thank goodness, but I wouldn't want that. So let's get to some comments here since I'm busy running my mouth. Yeah, Cookie. I don't think I've watched your channel. Can you like hashtag for cats? So hashtag FOURCATS. I think you've got a YouTube channel. If you've got a YouTube channel, do that. So that way I can go back. Oh, you know what? I may not have, because I did this on the fly. I probably don't have live chat enabled for after this. That sucks. Um, hey, Mary Ellis. So you did miss the weigh-in. I lost 3 pounds. Yay! Uh, I had some Zepbound go missing, but we found it. And I made myself a nice little weight chart here. I'll just pop that up. So I made this for my bathroom, so I can keep track of my weight. Just scratch it off. I said once I see it twice on the scale, then to me, that's more than enough to say that that's my weight now. Even if I gain water weight, that is what it is. Let's see. Uh, you guys are chitter chattering so fast. I'm losing it. Oh yeah, my cat crashed the live. Yeah, I lost 3 pounds. And I casually dropped that I'm going up to 15, but someone in the chat just said that what I'm doing with the 15 is fine. I just don't want to get like a YouTube strike, for saying what I'm doing, because it's not medically, uh, it's not, you're not medically supposed to do it because the risk of contamination. But um, I need to save money, and, if I can cut my cost by 50%, and my doctor is the one who said to do it and felt that it was relatively safe, then I may only be able to manage it a month before I freak out and not do it for, once I get past 2 months. On the third month, I don't know if I get so unnerved that I don't do it, but I'll have to see. Okay, Malibu. Sorry, the cat, the same cat. Hold on, let me see if I can get him. So this is Malibu. This is my 50th birthday present. He is a purebred ragdoll, and he does just literally like he's like a baby. He just most of the time will just lay here, but he's so cute. Show your eyeballs, man. They have pretty blue eyes. Okay. Are you gonna go or are you just gonna lay here? So this is the problem with rag dolls. Like once you pick them up, look, like they just like no fight. There's no fight in this cat. So okay, now go away and stop causing trouble. So, but yeah, that was my 50th birthday present. Maybe not the most responsible use of money, but hey, you only turn 50 once. So okay, so Lil Bell says 100, the risk between two options are night and day. Oh my gosh. Ah, yeah. So I guess, yeah, that's definitely a huge risk for surgery. Yeah, Cookie, I did lose 3 pounds. I know for me, because like my whole weight loss journey, maybe I'd lose 2 pounds, but the prior week I would have lost none. Or maybe I lost 2 pounds, but the prior week I gained 2 pounds. So yeah. Um, I'm just stoked that I lost 2 pounds the week before, and then this week I lost 3 pounds, and I'm already down a little bit more uh, on the future scale weigh in. So I'm just absolutely stoked. And yeah, Regina, he is fluffy. And I'm gonna say, like, he is a sweetie pie, but he's very odd. He has a very odd personality. And I would have never gotten a rag doll if I knew how much they shed. And I have dark floors, and so I have to sweep or vacuum every single day. So much hair. Like if I had known, I would have not gotten him. He's beautiful, and I got him because he's beautiful, and I wanted the very calm personality. I wanted the cat that you could pick up and it's just gonna flop over, and he definitely does that. But the hair. Like, he's easy to groom, like, I've had cats for a very long time, and a lot of them have been long hair, so I'm very accustomed to grooming my cats regularly, and his coat doesn't really knot up as long as you, brush it, but I'm telling you, like, the hair is out of bounds at this point. Yeah, so Mary Ellis, so I haven't really heard all of the news, but I did hear rumblings that there was going to be some issue with the compounding. I definitely, so Losing It Grace says there was a conversation last night from Downsizing Diva. Okay, so I'll definitely check that out. I'm surprised the downsized. I bet the downsized channel has talked about it as well, but I didn't catch their channel today. But I'll definitely have to look into that because I think taking away compounding is really going to be devastating on a lot of people. Uh, not compounding doesn't work for everybody, so not everybody's able to realize those cost savings. Like I kind of struggle with compounding, but that's just a my body thing. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. It's just a me problem, which I tend to have things go wrong anyways. Um, okay, so yeah, so Lil Bell, so Downsized did. I think I saw you on their live, and I was probably half paying attention when they were talking about it. Honestly, I was falling asleep last night when I was watching YouTube. So I definitely need to go back and watch it again. But yeah, like yeah, between affordable safe access and the fact that Lily Nova shouldn't have their drugs repeated. I really I get that because, like, it's kind of the whole patent thing. Like, I have a friend, actually, the lady that I traveled with, Pamela, her husband is actually a patent examiner, right? So, he's very much like, get a patent, get a patent, get a patent that's going to protect you. But I'm like, well, that doesn't really, because you have to have the ability to enforce your patent. Right? So, like, if you make some little widget and you sell it on Amazon, and next thing you know, 30 other companies from 20 other countries are repeating and reproducing what your big hot seller, and they're taking money away from you. The only way that you're going to be able to make your money back and stop them is by enforcing your patent, and that takes money, right? You got to have somebody with the time and the skill to chase after all of these people and get all of this stuff removed. And you can't stop them from selling it in other countries, right? You have to file for patents and stuff in other countries. So I get that, like, they deserve to be able to recoup their research and development for creating these drugs. But when this is such a vital, life-saving medication, I think that our government should be stepping in and going, hey, guys, like, this is changing lives, it's saving healthcare costs, it's doing all these magical things, and we need to find a way to make it affordable for people. And I think that's where we have to go. $50 drop. Okay, $50 is $50. That can buy me a half of my groceries for 1 week. But still, 300, what did I pay? $449 is not affordable to most people. That's more than a car payment. That's probably like half of somebody's rent for a month. It's absolute crazy. Let's see. Hi, down in the Dale. I don't think I have seen you before, so welcome to my channel. They have done the four cats and have shared their YouTube channel name, so make sure you go out there and give their channel a check out. Okay, so the representatives behind the bill are from Indiana, who wonder. Oh, so Lily's headquartered in uh, Indiana, and Indiana's one of those tough states. So I do a lot of work with multiple states because we have my company that I work for has employees in about 25 states. And it's my responsibility to manage the unemployment accounts, and set up all the taxes and deal with all of that. And there's still some states that are kind of mob states, like Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, that have some of these crazy laws that were kind of put in. Uh, Sorry, try not to roll over Malibu. That were put in kind of during the mob era, uh, and so it's I don't know. I'm not surprised that it's an Indiana state, even though it is, because Lilly is headquarters there. Um, they really do have some crazy laws in those states. So Lil Bell says it's about economy, not safety. But they want compound to be there for people who actually need it medical, want to limit telehealth doing enough to be legal, not saying that what's right, wrong, just a summary. Um, I think I think the challenge for me about compounding is, like, I really don't want someone putting anything else in the medication other than the medication. You know what I mean? But then, they're like, oh, but we have to add something to it so it's not identical to what Lily's selling. And I get that. But, like, I have food allergies. I don't want to risk uh, something that could be very harmless to all other people, but I can't control what they're putting in, and I just get something random in my medication. And what if I have an allergy reaction to it? I mean, I just never know. Let's see. Well, hello from Guam. That is a ways away, all the way on the other side of the planet, uh, way out by Alaska, right? Or somewhere. Guam is somewhere out there, like in the middle of the ocean. My geography is not that great. Down in the Dell. I've been a lurker for quite some time. Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you have shown in the live stream and that you said hello. Really nice to meet you. And let's see. So Lil Bell says, I'm on Lily Direct, so I don't look at compound news in depth. We'll talk to doctor in January about switching to Wegovy since it's covered. Yeah, so Wegovy's covered, right? I think it's only though if you have type 2 diabetes. I don't have any issues with my glucose levels, so I couldn't get covered. Um, which really sucks. And actually, my small employer plan, yeah, it excludes Ozempic if that's the version for uh, obesity. It excludes Ozempic and excludes Zepbound and Mounjaro completely because they were removed from the plan. And with my small employer plan, it doesn't cover any of the pills either. So my endocrinologist was looking at, oh well, maybe we could do this pill or this pill. We looked and none of that was covered. Let's see. So it looks like Svetlana. Oops, hold on. This thing is moving on me. Svetlana is all the way from Guam. That was just Calamity Jane saying hello. And yeah, so Calamity Jane just did a live not too long before this, and I'm hoping that she'll be able to continue doing one for about 30 minutes every week, just about an hour before I come on. Let's see. So Patty says, I've been lucky to get a 3-month supply for $50, but January it's changing. Of course it is to 250 a month. So I'll be going from 200 a year to 3,000 per year. Yeah, it's really crazy. Because I think as of my last video I put out, I had calculated like $5,300, but then I've spent another 450. So I'm at up to almost 6 grand out of my pocket this year. And it was kind of like right after I did that video, or maybe right around that I just had a whole bunch of other expenses pop up. I had my apartment asking me for $1,000 deposit for the cats, and them wanting $100 per cat per month for pet rent. Uh, then I had like Sheldon went to the vet, that's $600. In Virginia, we have personal property tax on our car, and that was $500. We pay that every single year. And then our car tags are stupid expensive. They're 300 minus $300 a year because I drive a car that you can plug in, but you also have a gas engine. And so they charge me gas tax because I don't put much gas in my car. Make it make sense. So I get taxed for not using gasoline because they want to make sure that they collect their gas. So I just had like all these expenses and I just had a whole meltdown over the whole thing. Um, so Lil Bell, Nora will be rolling out the higher Wegovy dosages. Oh yeah, that's right, because the FDA, they ran through the FDA for like emergency approval higher dosages of Wegovy because they did another trial and finished it and realized that it was safe and effective. Um, let's see. I am so far behind on the chat here, ladies. Yeah, so Anissa, yeah, it's just astronomical and self-insured. So Patty says, yeah, because it's your organization is self-insured. So the owner of my company tried to pull that one time. She decided that she felt self-insured was the way to go. So we did it for 1 year. So they gave us a quote and said, okay, do this quote, and then it'll all be dependent on like how people use it and all this stuff. And so at the end of the day, and the company ended up paying more out of pocket. Everybody else, all the employees were paying more out of pocket. So we ended up coming off the self-insured within 12 months. As soon as like it was time to re-up our insurance, then we went back to Care First because I just don't like self-insured because I don't think it's fair that that your employer can say whether you can get medical treatment covered under the plan. Like my ex-husband had a coworker who had a heart attack and they were on a self-insured plan and his care for his heart attack got denied. Uh I'm like, what? Like, how do you do that to somebody? Um, I don't understand how you can deny that. Now they did deny my wisdom teeth extraction. I had severely impacted wisdom teeth on the bottom, and I got a really bad infection, and they were having trouble stopping the infection. And I had to have like emergency like wisdom teeth taken out. And my insurance is like, "Oh, well, you're going to have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for us to decide if you can get that out." And the dentist is like, "Well, no, you don't get to wait 2 to 3 weeks." So I ended up having to pay out of pocket to have my wisdom teeth out, um, because the insurance just it wouldn't budge. Um, it was such a pain in the rear. Yeah, Grace, you know what? It's been so cold here. I think that day that my medicine showed up, it was 20 degrees. So the box was actually really cold. Now the ice packs were cold, they were liquid, but when I pulled the medicine out of the box itself, all of the vials were very cold to the touch. So um, I think it was fine. I normally take my like instant read thermometer and touch it to the bottle, but the glass absorbs more cold than the outside air. So the medicine in the bottle can be one temperature and the actual glass can be another. So there's no telling, but I'm sure it's absolutely fine. It was just so cold outside. Um, that there's no way. I would be more worried that the medicine froze. But luckily, it didn't stay that cold too long. Yeah. We wish, Calamity Jane. People should demand at the minimum the same insurance plan options that Congress gets. That should be the baseline. The funny thing is because obviously I live in the DC area, the majority of the people that I know work for the government. And it's just weird that like everybody has a different insurance and it has different coverages. I don't understand it. Like you're one government entity, like, but different departments have different insurance. And also because I deal with them a lot, like it's weird that like a lot of them all have different accounting systems. They have all these different processes. Like it's like everything was like born separately. Like none of it was done as like one holistic outlook. Everything is uh just piecemealed together and nothing talks to each other, right? Like none of the departments, like nothing interacts. It's all like proprietary systems in every department. So, oh yeah, so you get 6 to 10 options of insurance. That's crazy. That's a lot. I know most of the people that I know take like TRICARE, but that probably has a bunch um, of different options. But yeah, most are backed by the big insurances. Of course they are, because why would the big insurance companies not want the government as their client, right? But of course they're going to get the best rate because they're the government, so they can demand that they pay lower than anybody else that you sell to. So. Does anybody have any questions for me before we wrap up here? I really don't like to keep you guys more than an hour. Um, but going forward, let's see. So I know Christmas is coming up, and I do plan on doing a live because it's a Thursday on Christmas evening. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Grace. 34 watching and only 14 likes. Yeah, make sure that you hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed and you do like my content and you want to see my videos pop up in your recommended feed, then please hit the subscribe button. I am about 118 subscribers from reaching the monetization milestone. So definitely all the subscribers I can get are greatly appreciated. Um, but yeah, so I'm definitely gonna do well, I have plans to do a live on Christmas Day. I don't even have any plans yet, but I'll probably hang out with my friends Pamela and Rodney for dinner, and then come home and do the live. Um, And so upcoming as far as vacation stuff that I'm going to deal with is I've got February for my birthday cruise going on Virgin Voyages, and definitely gonna I've been trying to up my steps. So I made a new rule. Every time I get up in the workday, which is not that often, I have to get up and I have to do 750 steps before I can sit down because I'm trying to get 700, 7,500 steps per day. So I have to make sure that when I get up, I can't sit down until I do 750. And it's actually working great because it's such a small portion of my day uh, that it's easier to get than try and do like 3,500 at one time. Um, well, thank you so much, Candace. Um, and thank you, Grace, for the reminder about the likes. And yeah, Anissa, woohoo. I can't wait. I'm excited because I want to be able to use YouTube ad revenue to pay for my medication. So I'm super stoked. Um, as someone who's supposed to be on insulin, which is supposed to be kept cold, are you good for a GLP-1 to stay out for a bit based on the days required? Yeah, I think as long as it's not really heated, uh, that it should be okay. It was definitely cooler than room temperature. It was definitely, it was really actually cold to the touch. So I think mine was pretty good. Um, and Lil Bell, yes, Lil is your responsibility, but if they see delivered, you're out of luck. Yes, that's the problem was UPS marked it as delivered and they didn't take a picture. They just said it was left in the mailroom, which our building, you can't just leave it in the mailroom. We have lockers. You're supposed to use the lockers, but I think what they did was they assigned it to somebody else and I got that other person's package. Hargerine, are you kidding me? I don't know how to put this. There we go. Marjorie, thank you so much. I can't believe you did that. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will definitely be starting a GLP-1 fund. Right now, I have meds, I think, through the end of February. So, because I've still got 2 months 2 months compounded and 1.5 month of Lily in my fridge. So, um, so I'm good to go for a little bit. And thank you so much. Yeah, so I've gotten to the first step of monetization. So for anybody that has a YouTube channel, remember that there are two steps of monetization. The first one is 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours, and that allows you to accept gifts like Hargerine so graciously sent me, and it allows you to oh, sorry, trying to hide it. And then it allows you to do memberships, and it allows you super chats, super thanks, and gifts. And then when you get to then the 1,000 with the 4,000 watch hours is when then you start getting ad revenue from YouTube themselves. So that's really, really great. Um, yeah, I didn't see any condensation at all on the glass, so I think it was all good. But I just want to thank everybody for being here today. I really appreciate all of you watching. There's 35 people on, which is my biggest live stream so far. And I really love doing this. And as always, if you ever have questions or want to know more about me, uh, just always just make sure that you leave it in the chat. Oh, thank you so much, Jen. I really appreciate it. And I've really, really, really have absolutely loved getting everybody to know everybody in the community. Just make sure you're out there supporting, supporting everybody on this diet journey. We can do this together. These GLP-1 medications are really changing my life, and I just I want to shout it from the rooftops. You know what? Honestly, I think that anybody who has any amount of weight to lose or even just struggles with food noise, even if they're thin, I think these medicines are worthwhile for everybody. So, yeah, I definitely, I just want to keep spreading the word. Don't be afraid to take the medications and, just do it so you can live your life and be free of uh, being in the prison of worrying about what you're eating. So, good night, everybody. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'll make sure when I schedule my next live that there are no cats involved in turning on my camera. So, have a great evening, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.
Four cats, one scale, and a suitcase to pack. Zep bound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?